And just about to get underway as the starting fives have been announced. Sit tight. We'll be back in just a moment. It's that time of the year. Happy holidays, everyone, from 2K Sports as we get set to bring you some mid-season NBA action. Kevin Harlan here alongside Greg Anthony and Chris Webber. DA David Aldridge is on our sideline. Hey, Dave.
Kevin, thank you. Now, Nikola Jokic is honest about why he's so patient offensively. He said it's because I can't really run fast. That's my only option. When I have the ball, I just look for defensive mistakes. Being a little bit slower gives my teammates a chance to back cut, lob. I'm just playing in my comfort zone. Kevin?
He is definitely letting the play develop, DA. Thank you. A moment now to look at the year-to-year scoring output and how it has been trending for Andrew Wiggins.
And maybe it's shocking, maybe not too shocking, but the scoring trend over the last few years has been going down a bit. I'm sure it's something he's well aware of, and we'll see if that continues to be the case.
And the starting lineup for the Timberwolves. Jokic is out there with Antetokounmpo. Then there's Ja Morant. Then there's Tyrese Halliburton. And it's Anunoby in at the small forward. And for Los Angeles, we've got Butler. Jonas Valanciunas is out there with Tobias Harris. Then it's Chris Paul. And it's Thompson in at the shooting guard position. And Greg, at this point in the year, if your system overall doesn't seem to be working, how much can you really change before the offseason?
Well, usually a system change would come with a coaching change, but sometimes it's not the system. And sometimes you just need a different voice. And keep in mind, you also have to evaluate that roster and find out if the players on that roster are a good match for the system.
And it's Halliburton missing. And so it's Butler with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. He kicks to Valanciunas. Lets it go from 11. Drained for 2 points.
Mid-range specialist. Butler just finds angles and space to shoot from there time and time again.
Pass to Jokic. Ball against Morant. One up, one down. 2 points with his first shot this game.
He doesn't play around. If the bucket's there for him, he's going to get it.
Thompson right side. And in the first, a little over a minute and a half in. And he banks in the layup.
What a strong take by Thompson. Clay's got a big frame for a guard.
Morant passes to Anunoby. Down his high post. The shot missing. Some solid defense from Harris. Thompson against Halliburton. Paul looking over the floor. Here's Butler. Good defense by Jokic.
Man, when the ball's in his hands, that's as high percentage as it gets. It's just a fluke miss.
Antetokounmpo, no good. Lakers have gone 3 of 4 from the field to start out the game. Knocks it loose. Morant against Paul. Off the left rim and out. Inside, here's Harris, and slam dunk by Harris.
With all the attention that Clay gets, it can lead to open looks for others. Nice decision.
Some tough offensive sets. They want to turn it around.
Yeah, right now you just need a bucket to get some momentum.
It's Antetokounmpo on the wing. And Valanciunas pulls it down. Valanciunas has got 4 rebounds in this game. Halliburton against Thompson. Paul right side. Shoots over Morant. Denied by Morant.
Bringing it on D. Morant with the swat.
Anunoby, no good. Lakers leading by 6. Paul outside, passes to Thompson. Back to Paul. On the wing, Thompson. Down to 5 on the shot clock. From about 16.
And if Giannis is anywhere close to you, don't shoot it. His length covers a ton of ground, and boy, is he fast.
Halliburton outside. Giannis kicks to Morant. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Giannis high post. Working on Thompson. Let's check out the Western Conference standings right now that we're here in the new year. You look at Minnesota. They've been in peak form as we've watched them play some tremendous basketball with an eye toward the postseason. And, of course, the Lakers, 4 games back.
And when I look at the Lakers, they had a few critics coming into the season, and now I don't think they have any. So this is a club ready to not only make a deep run, but possibly win it all.
You know, that's the mindset you have to have. They know if they can get to the playoffs, they have the talent to do some real damage.
Now here's Morant. Jimmy Butler unable to get his last shot to go. Antetokounmpo. Good, and a nice assist from Morant.
I mean, one of the more dynamic passers to enter this league. I mean, in a while, if you ask me. Morant, he's in full control of this offense.
Thompson passes to Paul. Back to Thompson. Valanciunas sets a screen for Butler. Shoots over Anunoby. Shot's good by Butler. Butler's got his second bucket.
Oh, such a well-rounded hooper. I mean, Butler, he runs a smooth pick and roll.
Jokic finds Antetokounmpo. Now, here's Anunoby. Drills the three-pointer.
And he's not going to miss that sort of an opportunity from deep.
And so it's Thompson with it. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. It's a 3-point game. Last time they came together was in Minnesota, where they felled the Wolves.
And they'll want to show that they're a much better team than they demonstrated last time out against these guys. At the very least, avoid another blowout.
Oh, yeah. Wasn't that a sloppy effort? I mean, turnovers were a huge issue. They don't have to play safe tonight, but they do have to play smart.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Lakers.
Well, they've carried out a great game plan in the paint so far, working it down low a lot and getting high percentage looks.
Also, guys, the passing has been terrific in the first half. They'll be happy with all those assists.
Harris passes to Paul. Outside Butler. Clock at 6. The dish to Valanciunas. And there's the call on Giannis Antetokounmpo. That'll be his second foul of the game. And the Timberwolves making a change here. Washington's checked in. And here is Los Angeles now. Lets it go from 11. Nice spin off the left rim and in.
Does it get any better than that when Paul has the ball on the string? It's creative.
And with Chris Paul, he makes this team work, gets the most out of his teammates, and has done that wherever he's played.
Now, here's Jokic. Here's Anunoby. That doesn't go in. Had a chance, though, to take the lead. Thompson against Halliburton. Paul outside. Kicks to Butler. He feeds it to Valanciunas. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And it's a 4-point Laker lead. As you said, Paul's teams often overachieve in the standings.
People still underestimate his impact. Sets up and improves his guys as well as anyone. And he's the engine to this whole operation.
Morant with it. Picked up by Harris. That one goes in. Morant's got 7 points.
3 for 4 to start. I mean, he's going to try to keep this streak going as long as he can.
So timeout called here, the first for Los Angeles.
And team strategies closely guarded. One aspect of the game the fans aren't always privy to.
Yeah, and sometimes it's the most subtle moves that make the biggest difference.
And Los Angeles will go for a different look here. Nancy's checked in for Harris. Ennis comes in for Butler. Wiggins is checked in for Klay Thompson. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Chris Paul. Minnesota also making some changes. Paul Millsap's checked in for OG Anunoby. Pat Connaughton comes in for Halliburton. And Maxey subbed in for John Morant. Now, here's Rubio. Nance with no one around. And it's off the back rim. No good. Washington kicks to Millsap. Pass to Connaughton. And he drives in. Here's Washington. Wiggins with the block.
Staying engaged defensively, Wiggins has all the tools to be a great defender in this league.
Rubio with it. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. That doesn't go, and he's 0 of 1 from the field. Washington with it. Now guarded by Ennis. Washington passes to Connaughton. And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's his first foul. And now another look at that mobile one block defensive performance.
Yeah, quick thinking pays off big. What a block.
Connaughton passes to Maxey. And there's the drive. Shoots over Rubio. And that one's good. Maxey. Maxey's got the game tied up here for Minnesota. Rubio taking his time here. And Valanciunas now atop the key. At the elbow, it's Wiggins. Just 5 to shoot. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington.
The risk of rejection is real. When Washington's around you, you got to be extra careful around him.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Now, here's Maxey. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. Ennis misses. So for the Timberwolves, their last game a win against the Jazz in Salt Lake City. Jokic with a screen on Rubio. And it's Washington missing. So it's Rubio bringing it up for Los Angeles. Fresh from a win against Portland.
They shot the lights out from deep. Really stretched out the defense in that one.
Well, nowadays, the three-point shot is huge. They were on fire from outside.
Now here's Ennis. He's been quiet so far. Still no points in the game. Jokic with the steal. Here's Connaughton. That's in, coming off the assist from Jokic.
And Jokic, with that incredible vision, quickly spots the open man.
Rubio outside. Wiggins outside. Stolen away. And now Minnesota on the fast break. Washington with it. Now Valanciunas defending. Washington kicks to Connaughton. Lets it go from deep. Rebounded by Valanciunas. Valanciunas has got his 6th rebound on the night. Rubio in the corner. Lets it go with a 3. Doesn't go for him. So Minnesota will take it the other way. They put up a nice win against Utah last time out.
Well, it's easy to score when you're facing very little resistance. That's why their offense looks so good in that one.
Yeah, but you also got to give credit to the offense, too. I mean, they exploited every hole they saw in the defense.
And you better hammer Jokic to get him off on his shot. The Serbian is a solid 7-footer and laser focused.
Melodon's checked in for the Lakers.
And checking out the stats for Jokic, the past month has been surreal. Averaging about 22 points per, 12 rebounds, and 6 assists. And you look at his huge role in their offense, a major contributor as far as putting up points.
Well, he can score, he can facilitate, he can pretty much do anything you need on that end.
Now, here's Washington. 11 points for him in that last game against the Utah Jazz. And a breakdown here, guys, the hustle stats for Minnesota.
They're setting the tone early with their defense, keeping the pressure on and taking chances. And they've got a bunch of steals to show for it.
And the other thing they've done well is they've run the shooters off their sweet spots. They've really closed out well and forced them to put the basketball on the floor.
The Lakers with the ball, following the three by Minnesota. Rubio dishes to Valanciunas. Wiggins outside, takes it inside. A beautiful reverse layup.
The speed of Wiggins, and you really can upset the defense and get him aligned to the hoop.
Now, here's Maxey. He's covered closely. The pass to Washington. Here's Jokic. Off target with the fadeaway.
And being that close to the hoop, I thought he had enough room to finish that one.
And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves. With their lead standing at 6 points here at the end of the quarter. They're pounding the ball inside, and that's where they've gotten their best production tonight. Back right after this. The hunger to improve defines all competitors.
We want more, and we don't.
Well, Greg, he feels this team has plenty of untapped potential.
And I don't doubt it. And can Rubio improve? It's certainly very steady throughout his career, but is there another level he can get to?
And for those of you just tuning in, the second quarter of action is where we're at right now. And guys, what's your take so far on the Timberwolves?
Yeah, in that first period, they look to push in transition at every opportunity.
With the game being fast-paced these days, you can expect this from a lot of teams, but they did it very well.
And now, brought to you by Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset our lineups. Taking a look at the Lakers. Jimmy Butler is out there with Andrew Wiggins. Then there's Harris. And there's Klay Thompson. And it's Melodon in at the point. Chris Paul, he's checked in for Melodon. Morant against Paul. He dishes it to Butler. Paul against Morant. Butler, a screen on Morant. 5 on the clock from 11 feet away. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Halliburton outside. Outside Millsap. Back to Halliburton. From down low. And it's Antetokounmpo with the bucket inside. Giannis has got the lead up to 8 now for Minnesota.
And I really marvel at the touch of Antetokounmpo for his size and physique. That's incredible.
Thompson finds Paul. Shoots over Morant. No good on the shot. A bit long that time. Minnesota leading by 8. At the elbow, it's Antetokounmpo. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Paul, and that one's drained from the low block. Paul's got his second basket.
I like when Paul attacks the hoops. Looks for his.
Morant outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. Driving the lane. Uses the glass to finish the layup. Giannis has got his third bucket of the night.
And boy, has he picked it up since the start of the second. His shots now starting to fall.
Wiggins passes to Thompson. Over Halliburton. The shot by Thompson, no good. And so Antetokounmpo will bring it up for Minnesota. Here in the second quarter, we've played a little over 2.5 minutes now. Count that one. And it's a 10-point Minnesota lead.
They're getting on a roll inside. Their last 3 field goals have come from the paint.
And Thompson kicks to Paul. Back to Thompson for 3. And it's Morant with the rebound. Minnesota's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. Well, something, Greg, we can't take for granted. It's nice just to see Klay Thompson out on the floor.
No doubt, Kevin. And, you know, the NBA is just a better league with a healthy Klay Thompson. Makes this team more fun to watch. Good for humor and one incredible performance a year.
Now Thompson following the three-point attempt by Giannis. Harris dishes to Paul. Over Morant. Count that one. And the Timberwolves lead has been cut down to just 8 points with the bucket from Paul.
His jump shot, it's always been pretty lethal. I mean, great effort on D there, but Paul still gets it away clean.
Now here's Giannis. He had a 39-point outing in their last game against Utah.
And he had 2 blocks also, don't forget. I mean, it tells you what kind of presence he was for him at both ends of the floor.
Ball against Morant. Butler feeling it out a bit. The Lakers need to get a shot off here. Puts one up from 19. Paul's shot is off.
Oh, he did everything right there except hit the shot.
Halliburton passes to Millsap. Here's Halliburton. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Halliburton's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game. Outside Butler. To the paint. Kicks it out to Paul. Morant with some nice D.
His field goal percentage has dipped this quarter. I mean, his movement has to be better. He has to find the open spots on the floor.
Now let's go to the sideline and catch up with our Hall of Famer, David Aldridge.
Thank you, guys. We have seen today's athletes taking stands for social justice. All-star Bradley Beal says, we understand there will be a backlash, but we don't care about that. I'm a human being, a citizen, just like everybody else. I have family and friends still living in those environments, and I'm their voice. Kevin?
All right, David, thank you very much. Now Butler. Following the miss by John Morant from deep. It's stolen by Antetokounmpo. Morant outside. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Halliburton on the wing. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. For the 3. It's rebounded by Paul. Lakers trail by 13. Outside Butler. Driving in. And no good. Good work defensively by Millsap. Pass to Morant. Halliburton outside. On the wing, Giannis. Defended by Butler. Here's Antetokounmpo. And Antetokounmpo with the jam.
And that move has become second nature for Giannis. Once he establishes position, game over.
Paul kicks to Harris. Pass to Thompson. Over Halliburton. And that one comes up a bit short. Here's Minnesota. They're on a 15-6 run. And Antetokounmpo inside. Guarded by Harris. Over to the wing. Here's Anunoby. Got a piece of it. Lakers trail by 15. Pass to Butler. Back to Thompson. Dishes it to Butler. He kicks it to Paul. The baseline J. A second chance effort, and there's the nice layup by Butler. Butler's got 8 points.
As fierce as a competitor as there is, Butler with 2 desired points.
And it's a completely new group for Los Angeles. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Jokic, he's checked in for Millsap. P.J. Washington comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Maxey subbed in for Halliburton. Now here's Morant. He's coming off a 13-point game against Utah.
And there was a lot he gave him on that other end of the floor. Don't forget about that. His defense was a big factor. He ended up with 3 steals.
Greg, you've got a unique view of the league, not just a former player, but great broadcaster, courtside all these games, but also as a father. What's that journey been like?
It's been surreal, Kevin. You know, anytime you have a child that has a passion for something you're passionate about, it creates a special bond. And to be able to watch him live out his journey has been incredible. And what a blessing. I would wish we'd all get to have that experience in some capacity.
Down low. And that'll be 2 free throws coming up. Officials on the call with the foul. It's going to be on Jokic.
So tough to stop. Valanciunas, 6'11", 265, and he gets the ball down low. He can do whatever he wants.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
Now, his free throw shooting is something they never need to worry about. He doesn't even know how to go through a cold streak.
Morant passes to Washington. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got his 4th assist in this one.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Now, here's Rubio. He's gotten some minutes, but nothing on the board yet. And there's the pass to Valanciunas. He makes another one. That's 4 up and 4 in to start his game.
He just exudes a love of the game, guys. You can see it in everything he does. This guy lives and breathes the game.
And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here.
And when Jokic gets rolling, all 250 pounds of him, he's a load to try to stop off the bounce.
And Jokic drops them both.
Oh, this is a big fella who has no problems at the foul line. A very smooth touch on his stroke.
And Rubio kicks to Ennis. On the 3 off target. Timberwolves leading by 15. Here's Maxey. Pass to Jokic. Over Valanciunas. Jokic, no good.
Well, they'll be happy with that look, even though it didn't fall.
No, you're right. He'd take that 10 out of 10 times. He's not going to miss many of those.
Now, here's Valanciunas. Over Jokic. No good from Valanciunas. Morant outside. Connaughton kicks to Washington. Maxey passes to Morant. Nice ball movement by Minnesota. Here's Jokic. Misses off the left iron.
Does a good job just to get the shot off clean. Even if he can't knock it down, the fadeaway is really his only choice there.
Rubio outside. Valanciunas sets a screen for Rubio. Now here's Melodon. Still looking for his first bucket in this one. And again, the Lakers no good.
Even when the D is playing off of him, the mid-range jumper shouldn't be the shot they're looking for.
Morant kicks to Connaughton. Good, and a nice assist from Morant. Morant's got 5 assists tonight.
Unwilling to let up even for a moment. That's his killer instinct, just fanning the flames.
Oh, yeah, and that's what you love about him. He shows no mercy, even with a comfortable lead.
Now, here's Valanciunas. That one is good. He's only missed 1 shot of his 6 taken on the floor.
As hot as he's been, it still has to be him who leads the charge and helps turn this game around.
And the foul on Larry Nance Jr. That's foul number 2 for him.
That's number 2 on him already. A 3rd foul before the half, and he may be grabbing some pine.
And they double up Morant. Here's Connaughton, guarded by Valanciunas. Shot clock at 5. Passes it to Jokic. And they turn over the 24-second buzzer, signaling the shot clock violation. Lakers trail by 16. Rubio outside. Pass to Nance. And here's Valanciunas. Over Jokic. No good from Valanciunas.
Turns an easy jump shot into a tough one by going to the fadeaway. I mean, look what happened.
The pass to Morant from outside the arc. And again, Minnesota with the triple.
In motion, Morant's shooting ability is solid, but when he's this setup, I mean, this is outstanding.
Here's Ennis. And he was able to put it up in time, but doesn't fall. And so it's the Minnesota Timberwolves taking a 19-point lead into the break. The scoring has... Thanks for the great interview, David.
Hello, everybody. Before we dig into the game at hand, let's first catch you up on the trades happening around the NBA. And blockbuster trades are one of the exciting parts of this league.
Well, I was part of a couple of huge deals going to L.A., Miami, Boston.
And now turning our attention to this game. And that concludes halftime. Now time to send it over to Kevin Harlan as the game's about to resume.
And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. Jonas Valanciunas having a dominant impact in this game.
You just love the patience in that first half. Waited until he got the look he wanted.
Yeah, working the ball, getting clean, quality looks. I mean, just efficient basketball through and through.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the route that it's threatening to be. And so in the game for the Timberwolves, they've got Nikola Jokic. Haliburton is out there with Morant. Then it's OG Anunoby. And it's Giannis in at the 4 spot.
And they try to stonewall Jokic, but he's not having it. He's just fearless going up inside. And if you're wondering if Ja Morant lacks for confidence, well, look no further than his point god moniker. This kid is fearless, and he's hungry, and he plays with that proverbial chip on his shoulder.
Haliburton finds Morant.
Oh, come on, bust that, baby. Get the football.
Giannis a screen on Paul. And it's Morant missing. And Craig, you talk about the fearlessness for Morant, reminiscent of Allen Iverson. Oh, he throws his body all around.
I mean, get knocked down, get right back up. At the same time, at 6'3", he can add strength to that frame. I know that's the goal of his as he looks to absorb contact and dish out a little of his own.
Lakers trail by 19. They've been struggling here on offense.
Yeah, a bit of a dry spell for sure.
Paul passes to Thompson. To the middle, Jokic with the steal. There's the lob into Kumbo. Oh, a nice defensive play to disrupt the alley-oop. Butler against Anunoby. And it's Butler missing. And so it's Jokic with the ball. He brings it up for the Minnesota Timberwolves. They've only allowed 2 points so far here in the second half. Pass to Giannis. Haliburton up top. He's covered by Thompson. Just 4 to shoot. And it's Giannis missing. Lakers have gone 1 of 3 since starting the second half. Antetokounmpo against Butler. Paul outside. Shoots over Morant. Good as the jump shot falls. Paul's got 8.
The textbook release. I mean, this shot always looks good coming out of Paul's hands.
Here's Giannis. Some solid defense from Harris.
He's got to be disappointed with his performance, but it'll be easier to swallow if they keep the lead.
The tray. And Chris Paul the bucket on the assist by Butler. Paul's got 5 points now this quarter.
By no means a volume three-point shooter, but Paul, he picks his spots. He's very accurate.
Good.
His teammates keep getting him the ball in his favorite spots. He's done a lot for his shooting percentage.
And the Lakers call time here.
And coming out of high school, Ja Morant said he was a no-star recruit. One reason he may have been overlooked was his small-town upbringing, growing up in Dalzell, South Carolina.
And as we check out this year's contenders for the dunk contest, we get a look at some of the showmen, the best showmen in the NBA.
And with the names on that list, you know we're going to have a crazy competition this year.
And you look at Anunoby, and I know he'd like to make a move up in the consideration. He's got all the athleticism you hope for from a dunk contest participant.
He sure does. Lots of competition, though, in the running this year to get that big invite.
And so that's the breakdown as it currently stands. We'll be keeping you all updated with the latest info and, of course, our final list of contestants as we get closer.
Yeah, and if they don't invite me to be a judge, I'm still going. Nothing better than a hustle play like that. It gets the whole team amped up, sets the example for everyone.
And Giannis gets it to go. And even though he played on an AAU team with Zion Williamson, you know, scouts, Greg, were looking right past Ja Morant.
And didn't get a lot of offers at first. After 2 years at Murray State, he joined Steph Curry and Damian Lillard as another star point guard out of a mid-major program. And to this day, he carries that underdog chip on his shoulder. And pro move there, finds a way to gain some separation against the much taller defender.
Yeah, showing that short area skill allows him to create some space.
And Antetokounmpo gets it to go.
And a terrific offensive display here from Giannis, just reminding us of how dominant he can be.
Here's Paul. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Jokic has got rebound number 7 for him tonight. Halliburton for 3. And Paul pulls it down. Lakers trail by 16. Harris finds Paul. Now here's Butler. Back to Paul. To the inside. Whistle blows. Bucket is good. And he'll have a chance at the line to make it a 3-point play.
Oh, look, that's just the energy that Butler displays. A fiery personality who welcomes overcoming all types of challenges.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for the Timberwolves?
If you want to see how efficient the offense is running, a great stat to look at is points off assist. And they've gotten a ton of assists throughout this game.
Yeah, but also give them credit for the layups they've had tonight after strong drives to the basket.
And these are guys who can really impact your team's culture. Butler gives you toughness and determination that only a few others do.
The shot by Antetokounmpo. Nobody around. No good from outside. Pass to Paul. Lakers passing it around. Thompson against Halliburton. And Butler, here we go. 6 for 10 with that shot going in. That's a good game for a lot of guys.
Contact doesn't get to Butler often. I mean, he uses his strength to his advantage in these situations.
And here's Giannis from outside. And once again off the mark by Minnesota. And here's Los Angeles. They're on a 16-6 run. Paul finds Thompson. Over Halliburton. And with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut to just 9 points on the basket from Klay Thompson.
And now you see them starting to really work the ball inside.
Pass to Anunoby with the drive and the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And the potential Anunoby has is exciting. Has the athleticism, the shooting touch, and the drive to keep improving.
That free throw, no good. Los Angeles making a switch here. Wiggins is checked in. He hits the second from the line. Here's Los Angeles now. They're on an 18-7 run. Paul against Morant. Now here's Butler. Not a lot of room. Thompson for 3. Rebounded by the Timberwolves. Jokic has got 8 rebounds in this game. Here's Antetokounmpo. The shot goes down. Very quick possession right there.
And when he breaks out the crossover, you can be sure he's going to leave somebody in his wake.
Thompson passes to Wiggins. Harris a screen on Jokic. Back to Thompson. 6 to shoot. Halliburton with the steal. Ball against Morant. Giannis sets a screen for Morant. And Chris Paul picks up the foul. That's his first foul. And the NBA dress code introduced back in 2005. Now, player attire straying a bit from business casual. Does that bother you, Greg?
You know, it doesn't bother me because that's where we are as a society. But, man, I can tell you, when I first came in the league, you get fined if you didn't wear dress socks with your suit. So we have come a long way in terms of the evolution of fashion. And you know what? I'm not one for stopping progress.
And Los Angeles with some changes. Larry Nance is checked in for Jimmy Butler. James Ennis comes in for Klay Thompson. And Ricky Rubio is subbed in for Chris Paul. Big group substitution now for Minnesota. Paul Millsap's checked in for Jokic. P.J. Washington comes in for Giannis Antetokounmpo. Pat Connaughton, he's checked in for OG Anunoby. And Maxey subbed in for John Morant. Halliburton on the wing. Millsap sets the pick for Halliburton. 5 to shoot. The Timberwolves need to get a shot off here. And that one's good. Millsap.
Clock ticking down. Millsap showing the calm to finish the play.
Now the pass to Ennis. On the wing, Harris. Millsap covering. Bucket is good. Harris has got his second basket of the night.
They should continue to get the ball inside. The defense struggling to contain them.
Pass to Connaughton. Here's Maxey. It's stolen by Ennis. Passes to Wiggins. Kicks it out to Rubio. Wiggins outside. Back to Rubio. And out of bounds as the Timberwolves gain possession. Let's see the stat sheet here for John Morant.
And it's striking how much his three-point shooting has improved this month. His long-range percentage is coming up, and that's going to give them a lift as a team. You can never have enough reliable threats from beyond the arc.
And it's Halliburton missing. And so it's Harris who will bring it up for Los Angeles. They host the Kings after this game, and that will be the third of 5 straight played at home. Here's Wiggins, and Wiggins throws it down hard.
Plenty of style from Wiggins there. I mean, showing off his athletic ability.
And they're bringing you up close and personal on the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's the pick. And there's the call on James Ennis. That is his first foul of the game. Millsap passes to Washington. And here's Maxey.
and they may want to work on getting more high percentage shots. They have the lead, but the three-point shots haven't been falling for them like they were in the first half.
The lead now in single digits. Ennis has got his first 3 points of the game.
And that's a selfish basketball. Wiggins' teammates, well, they appreciate it when he shakes the rock like this.
Millsap left side. Pass to Maxey. Just 5 on the clock. And they wasted no time getting those 3 points back. Maxey's got 5.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, these days, so much emphasis on the perimeter game, but you can see why after that sequence.
Wiggins with it. Washington's on him.
And a moment here to see the numbers for Tobias Harris. He's been fantastic over the last 10 games or so. He's averaging 15 points a game, 5 rebounds, and 4 assists. To have a scorer like him consistently deliver you points makes such a big difference for a team.
Yeah, it gives you something you really can rely on going into every game. And you can also work off of him to look to create for others.
Rubio the pass to Nance. Oh, and it's sent back by Washington. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down to just 8 points on the bucket from Nance. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low number.
Looking at who's out there now for the Timberwolves. Jokic comes in for Paul Millsap. And it's Morant in for Maxey. Timberwolves leading by 7. Morant passes to Connaughton. And here's Jokic, guarded by Harris. Count that one. Jokic has got 4 this quarter.
Sometimes he seems to be indestructible with the finishes he can make. Jokic is a force down low.
Rubio the pass to Nance. Here's Harris. A rebound by the Timberwolves. There's 1:40 left to play here in the third. Here's Jokic. Basket good.
And how about absorbing the punishment and still complete the play? That's a great finish by Jokic.
Minnesota shooting the 6th attempt at the free throw line tonight. Melodon's checked in for Los Angeles.
What's up?
Free throw, no good for Jokic.
A nightly double-double threat. Jokic is also an exceptional playmaker for a guy that size.
And Rubio kicks to Wiggins, to the paint, 6 feet out. Count that one in, and the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 9 in the basket from Larry Nance.
Oh, I love it. He's working the ball down low. Always a good plan of attack.
And Wiggins thrived as a secondary option. Seems that is the role he's best fit for. His efficiency soared.
LA's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. The shot by Melodon, no good. Timberwolves leading by 9. Connaughton passes to Halliburton. Washington kicks to Morant. Another miss by Minnesota. The Lakers shooting well. They're at 45%. Wiggins against Halliburton. Melodon passes to Nance. Morant against Rubio. Wiggins outside. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here. There's 18 seconds left in the third quarter. Shoots from 8, and with that shot, the Timberwolves lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Harris.
Look, he can score in the paint with either hand. I mean, Harris is a skilled offensive weapon.
Here's Jokic. Oh, and that one had the right spin on it, and it is good. Jokic has got 14 points.
Coming off a big game, his confidence couldn't be higher, and Coach knows it.
And that's why they're running plays for him. They're getting him the ball and letting him go to work.
And so it's Minnesota ahead by 9 as the quarter comes to a close. They're shooting the ball so well in this one. A great performance from the field. We'll return shortly. The fourth quarter has arrived. So good to have you with us. They've got Chris Paul. Butler out there with Jonas Valanciunas. Then it's Thompson, and it's Wiggins in at the 3. That's the Laker 5. Butler is screen on Morant. Here's Paul. Rebound, Giannis Antetokounmpo. Giannis has got his 5th rebound in this one. It's Morant with the drive.
Ooh, rolling to the rim with force. Love when Morant goes hard and converts with the slam.
Paul with the ball. Halliburton picks him up. And there's the foul. It'll go on Tyrese Halliburton. That's his first foul.
And really, these are some of the toughest calls an official has to make.
And we just got a second look there at the exceptional mobile 1 block.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest, going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Butler against Giannis. Here's Thompson, dives to the hoop. The shot's good on the assist by Butler. And that's now 6 points for Klay Thompson. Morant kicks to Antetokounmpo. The 3. Cans it from downtown. And the Timberwolves lead by 12.
And he's got his first 3 of the game. Took more than a half to do it.
Morant against Paul. Up top, Valanciunas. Thompson outside. Just 5 to shoot. Butler against Antetokounmpo. And it's Butler missing. And so it's Jokic with it. He brings it up for Minnesota. Their biggest lead of the game was 21. And the foul on Andrew Wiggins. And that'll be his 3rd foul so far. A little over a minute and a half of the 4th quarter gone now. Here's Morant. Pass to Jokic. Jacks up a 3.
Now, this is the energy you want from Valanciunas. He does a nice job there contesting without foul.
Lakers working the ball around now. Jokic kicks to Morant. He can't hit that time. And it's the Lakers the other way. To the left side wing. Spins. Here's Paul. Converts after the nice spin.
Turning back the clock right now. Paul looking assertive and confident, attacking on offense.
Morant surveying the D. Giannis sets a screen for Morant. And he drops it in from the low post. Morant's got 4 points this quarter.
Big miscommunication on defense. He recognizes it and quickly takes advantage.
Yeah, they're pouring it on right here. Trying to give the opposition no light at the end of the time.
And now they're shooting it pretty well. That was not something we would have said in that first half.
And it's Jokic in the corner. And a great assist by Antetokounmpo as that one goes in. Antetokounmpo's got his 4th assist in this one. Morant against Paul. Here's Butler, and the rejection by Antetokounmpo. Paul, no one around him. bangs home the trifecta. Paul's got 14 points here in the second half.
And you know what? He's shaking off the cold shooting performance from the first half.
Stolen by Thompson. There's the pass to Paul. On the wing, Wiggins. Back to Butler. He gets it to fall. That makes it just a single-digit lead.
Well, we've seen that movie a few times, haven't we? An easy bucket in the paint.
Morant outside. Back to Giannis. Stolen by Thompson. In the corner, it's Wiggins. Butler against Halliburton. That one falls. Butler's got 19 points.
These type of buckets fuel Butler. He welcomes the challenge of outworking the defense.
Halliburton against Thompson. Jokic trying to free himself up. Nice work on the boards, paying off with the basket. He's got 19.
And since halftime, he has been a different player.
Morant against Paul. Valanciunas with a screen on Morant. Fires from the line. And with that shot, the Minnesota lead is cut down now to just 6 in the basket from Paul.
There aren't a lot of guys in this league who shoot mid-range. Paul is one of them.
And they double up out of Antetokounmpo. Here's Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And just tacks a few more points onto their lead with the tomahawk.
That's bringing it down hard. Thompson in the post. He's covered by Halliburton. Valanciunas sets a screen for Butler. Going inside. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Oh, man, such a solid athlete with nice overall quickness. When Butler gets going downhill, good luck at trying to stop him.
The first free throw is good. He hits both from the stripe. Here's Morant. He takes it in. The shot's good.
That's a high-level finish from Morant, showing more strength than he's really giving credit for.
One shot.
That's good from Morant.
As much fun as it is to watch Ja Morant, I mean, he's clearly having more fun out on the court. I mean, his love for the game is so obvious, and you can tell it affects his whole team out there.
Thompson against Halliburton. And Thompson kicks to Wiggins. Shot clock at 6. Jokic grabs the miss. Jokic has got rebound number 12 now. Tenacity on the glass. Pass to Morant. Halliburton outside. Inside. And it's Morant. That time on the assist by Halliburton. And now an 11-point Timberwolves lead. To the wing on the left. Paul passes to Valanciunas. Back to Paul. Out to Thompson. Fires the 3. Minnesota with the rebound. Jokic has got rebound number 13 with that last one. Morant outside. Back to Antetokounmpo. And he uses the glass on the layup. Giannis has got 5 points now this quarter.
And how about the effort? You didn't think a little contact would prevent Giannis from scoring, did you?
Oh, and the jam by Butler.
He's been as dependable as he always is. He can't do it all by himself, though.
And now, let's present our New Balance Player of the Game, Ja Morant.
Yeah, and his percentage from the field tonight, just amazing. He hadn't just been gunning. He's been picking his spots, and you need that kind of patience and discipline to shoot as well as he has.
He silenced this crowd with an unreal display. His ability to drown out the noise and the hostility of an opposing crowd is pretty special. Okay, well, let's go down to David Aldridge for a report from the sideline.
Hey, guys, here's what Chris Finch went over with his guys during the break. He's encouraged where they are at this point in the game, but he told his guys things can turn in a blink. What we need to do is execute the rest of the way. So we'll see if they can finish this one off, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Morant finds Antetokounmpo. Passes it to Morant. Down low. And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
Harris inside. He's guarded by Anunoby. Valanciunas trying to free himself up. Ja Morant grabs the rebound. Giannis outside. And the double up on Antetokounmpo. Butler with the steal. Pass to Paul. It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. It's deflected, and he gets it back. Here's Butler, and they pick up 2. Butler's got 25 points.
And this is why Butler is seen as a leader. I mean, guiding the way for his teammates with the scoring.
Now, Giannis. And the pass to Jokic. And Jokic throws it down.
And how about breaking out the Statue of Liberty on that dunk?
A nice way to pad that lead a little more. You're right. Morant against Paul. Pass to Butler. Back to Paul. The feed to Butler. Jokic with the steal. Timberwolves leading by 13. Outside, Antetokounmpo. Some solid defense from Harris. Los Angeles has gone 1 of 2 from three-point range here in the fourth. And Thompson kicks to Harris. Back to Thompson. Out left to the wing. There's the lob for Harris. Takes the alley-oop pass and dunks it down.
And maybe we all know Harris as a shooter, but he can still get up.
Giannis is double. And the foul on Jonas Valanciunas. That's foul number 2 for him. Washington's checked in for Anunoby. Over in the corner, Antetokounmpo. Here's Morant. And contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. Chris Paul picks up that one.
So good at staying in attack mode. Now, when Morant is going at defenses, he forces them to foul.
Shooting 2.
That's good from Morant. And good on the second, so he makes them both. Lakers trail by 13. Paul left side. Minnesota with the rebound.
The defense ready for him on that possession. They had to be because he is so strong in the paint.
And Antetokounmpo slams it in.
And one of the most athletic players in the league. Giannis makes those alley-oop jams look easy.
And so it's Paul bringing it up for the Los Angeles Lakers, down by 15. Valanciunas with a screen on Morant. The kick outside to Butler. Good, and Paul gets the assist. Paul's got his 5th assist in this one.
You can't let Jimmy get comfortable. He'll make you pay.
Unloads from 9. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
Nothing soft about the putback there.
And why chance it, right? Take the dunk if you've got it.
Yeah, guys, but where was the box out? No excuse letting him roam that freely on the glass.
Lets it go from 14. Valanciunas, good.
When you're guarding Valanciunas, you have to keep track of him in the pick-and-roll game.
1:43 left in the 4th quarter. Timberwolves leading by 12. Jokic sets the screen for Morant. Puts it up from 7. Jokic, no good. Time running out for the Lakers. Harris dishes to Paul. Thompson outside. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
And this is Thompson's shot. Every shot is a shot. One of the most gifted outside shooters the NBA has ever seen.
Morant with the screen on Harris. Antetokounmpo. And the slam dunk by Antetokounmpo.
The finish was nice, but the setup was better.
Yeah, GA, the pick working to full effect before the stuff.
Yeah, coach is definitely pleased. That's the execution he loves to see. Being a very skilled finisher inside. Even if the defender's close, he'll find a way to score.
Antetokounmpo looking over the floor. Passes it to Jokic. And Jokic slams it in.
And at this point, just sort of running through the paces. As it appears, it'll be a nice win here for the Timberwolves.
And the big difference here was accuracy from three-point range.
And once they started sinking shots, it really stretched out the D and created other opportunities. And anytime they got space, they seemed to just knock down another triple.
And so taking a look at their season record, this will be win number 31 on the year.
And this will be their 3rd win in 3 tries against these guys. They match up so well.
And one of the league's top talents, game in and game out. And doing it here again in this one. A terrific night for Giannis Antetokounmpo.
I mean, he had a plan for how to attack the D. He executed and never let up. Relentless offensive basketball.
Shot clock at 5. Here's Paul. Blanketed by the D. He fights to the rim for the layup.
It's always great to get into a rhythm, but do it when it matters.
Yeah, it has to be frustrating to catch fire when the game is already over. I mean, this is not the outcome they wanted.
So it's Minnesota winning this one easily. This was a very strong showing for him, Greg. Not necessarily a runaway win, but one that, David, thank you as always. And that'll wrap it up, folks. For Greg Anthony.